So here's the deal, guys. So you know me. First of all, thank you very much. Good Friday evening, and thank you for joining me because I'm just going to share me, and I'm going to embrace something that I think is important. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you per se how my understanding of foods and nutrition evolves. Well, as you know, my nutritional journey started in 2004 when mom was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, and I was at the crossroad because I had no idea what to do. Because we had, at that time, we had like nothing. And Kima, hello, hello, I don't see you. Hi, Marisa, I love you. Where are you? So at that time, the only thing I could find is whatever aggressive chemotherapy, whatever, and life expectancy is 6 months. So I was devastated, in disbelief, and it's like, yeah, I'm sure Dorothy especially feels me now and hurts me, and my heart goes to Dorothy. She just recently, her mom, crossed. So, and when you kind of you're in a disbelief that somewhat the most important part of you is mortal. That's just not happening. So I started searching, I started learning, and I stumbled across what is called macrobiotic diet. If you know what macrobiotic diet, it was my start. It's a dead diet. It's like you cook everything to pulp and then you eat it or something like that. But that was the beginning. And then I started reading, and not knowing, without understanding what I was doing, I was actually on my mom crossed with chemo, without chemo. It's basically exactly 6 months and she was gone. I was not good. So anyway, and I started reading, and now I know how it is called. It's called Elimination Diet. It's basically when you kind of read and you eliminate something, not cold turkey, but sometimes you do elimination diet because you don't feel good and you start probing things. So you eliminate this and you eliminate that. I started doing elimination diet by the knowledge, sort of, I was reading and I was eliminating. So, and my elimination led me to vegan diet. So, and I, basically I was, hi doggy, hi cutie. So it's not that I am a hardcore vegan, but by and large, I became a vegan in 2005. It's like I was plant-based. And no, it doesn't mean that you see, Marisa is asking, can you have cheese? So here's my philosophy. People are asking me, can you eat this? And I tell them I can eat anything I want to. I just choose to eat this, or I choose to eat that. So anyway, by 2005, I wasn't eating anything that had eyes. However, again, anything with the eyes, I wasn't eating. So, but the thing is, I'm not a vegan, or I wasn't a vegan for the concept of it's a movement, it's a cult, it's a sect, or it's something that is trendy. Everything about nutrition to me is nutrition is a foundation, one of the pillars of health. That's a foundation of health. I was just listening to one of the lectures, and the guy said that even if you take probiotics, but you didn't change your food, your needle is not going to move. So you take probiotics, you need to, to support it. So bottom line is the veganism per se for me always have been, it's about health. It's about nutrition. And when I keep learning more and more, I per se was a vegan by tradition, because I'm doing it. It's my comfort, and I'm very comforted at my pattern. I'm shaken when my patterns is different or something. I don't like new situations, despite how I look and stuff. So anyway, however, health, and I kept reading and reading, and it's not the time of I was a vegan, oh, no leather or something. I understand people need to eat animal protein and somebody has to die. This is fine, totally fine. I'm not a hypocrite. And if this is for our survival and our health, this is totally fine. I'm not against, let's say, hunting, and you eat the animal and the animal gives it to you and presents it to you, and then you honor that animal, everything. I'm not a fan of killing the animal for the sake of, that, what is this? They go safari killing or something like that. This is against me. I'm, again, I'm quite honest. Somebody may be offended. I don't like the animals on the wall. Sorry, I don't like the things on the wall, like, with the, that's just not me. We need to honor that being that gave it to us. So bottom line is, it's all about health. And I never teach veganism per se. I always teach plant-based diets. Fine. And per se, being a vegan, there is something that I wasn't a vegan, because if you're strict vegan, you don't eat honey, because honey still starts with the eyes. Yes, yes, Dorothy. I don't trophy hunting. It's like, no, sorry. Oh, hi, Rosie. So we've got a baby. So anyway, so here's the deal. However, what I'm learning is, and I was thinking, I gotta get tested. I have never been tested. I'm very comfortable in my foods and my pattern and stuff, but I have never been tested to food sensitivities or even like extensive testing. So I graduated from a huge course, which is called Terrain Meets Tumor, where we were learning the terrain of health and terrain of cancer. And we were learning a whole bunch of diagnostic modalities. And the teacher and the mentor actually encourage us, if I am asking you to undergo some testing, I should undergo those testings as well. So, I opened my wallet, spent a lot of money, and did a lot of testing. I'm still waiting on my genome. I will open up my genome. I will show you my genes. I will show you my epigenome. I will show you my SNPs, whatever is happening with whatever MTHFR, methylation, or whatever is happening with NRF2 gene, or whatever is happening with anything, COMP, you name it, SNPs, glutathione, superoxide dismutase, it's all tested. I have done testing on hormones, and my last testing will be on my microgut genome. So I'm actually going to do, okay, recorded, but that's okay. I'm going to do my poop genome. And interestingly enough, when I get the results, amazing Dr. Kiran Krishnan, who is the genome, the poop genius, and you probably heard me doing interviews with Kiran. Kiran is going to read my test, and we're going to again educate you on why do we take probiotics, why do we take prebiotics, and now there is a new concept which is called postbiotics. And we're going to be introduced to the postbiotics in a week. Postbiotics, you may consider them as the multivitamin for our microgut. Amazing stuff. So anyway, so one of the tests was the food sensitivity test. And here it comes. So here's the results. And that's what I wanted, guys, to talk to you about. That as the medical doctor, at least in the Soviet Union, first medical school, they taught us nutrition, like, Russian style nutrition, pediatric nutrition. We were absolutely taught that the breast milk is the breastfed babies, it's a must. Breastfeeding, it's like a must. And if you can breastfeed, we had the milk factories where the ladies were doing, and donating their stuff, and it was pasteurized and given to unfortunate ones. But the thing is, that's what I was taught. Those milk factories were providing probiotics for the babies. Actually, every baby was, supplemented with probiotics. Old Russians were thinking right. However, going through medical school in Canada, I was the last of the Mohicans. We had 3 months of nutrition. That's it. So it wasn't too much. I didn't learn much and stuff. And what I know now is different. So what am I learning now is medicine has to be personalized. Not algorithmic, personal. Nutrition has to be personalized. So what do we do, guys? We have vegan diet, paleo diet, pagan diet, meatitarian diet, carnivore diet, the some whatever beach diet, ketogenic diet, Weight Watchers, that we have diets. It's almost like an algorithm. So, okay, fine. I was a vegan diet. Now, and I was vegan sort of extended diet because I understood the patterns. So now here comes personal nutrition. So personal nutrition, that's what I got the results. And I need to adjust my vegan diet because. So I am actually going to open it up and show you what it is. Are you okay, guys? Is it like too much of an information? Are you okay with this? No? Good? Okay, good. So let me share something.
I think it's very interesting, Sveta.
Thank you, because you are amazing.
Oh, I think you're more amazing, big time.
Okay, fine. Look at this spinach. I can eat spinach. I'm not sensitive to spinach. This is what I cannot eat. So basically what this showed me, this is mine. So this is mine. So I love tofu. There is a controversy on tofu and stuff. I love tofu. You see that? No tofu. Now, tofu was very, very important for me in my case because, and I will talk about it, it gave me what is called complete protein. It gave me phytoestrogens that I needed. And it just gave me yummy down my tummy. Now, as you see here, I'm also a great fan of kefir and kombucha. And I make my own kefir and kombucha. Well, guess what? Both kefir and kombucha contain a strain which is called Saccharomyces cerevisiae. And Saccharomyces cerevisiae, this is basically something that makes beer. And it's in kombucha, it's in the kefir and stuff. So now, and I have to, So now, what does that mean to me? And then I'm thinking to myself, as a self. So I'm thinking, okay, do I need my microgut? More than anything else. My microgut is my well-being. Period. End of story. So here comes. Now, per se, is kefir kombucha essential for my microgut? No. Why not? Because I can find A, great probiotics, B, I can find great prebiotics, and probiotics and prebiotics are called symbiotics, and then I will have postbiotics. So, okay, this per se is covered, at least for some time, because I will get retested. Now, let's look at this. Haha, surprise. Do you know what Brazil nuts are? You can unmute yourself, guys. Do you know what Brazil nuts are?
Aren't they a source of omega?
No, but they're source of something else. What are they source of?
Fiber?
Somewhat. No. What are the highest source of what?
I don't know, but you told me one time and I'm not remembering.
The highest source of selenium, guys.
Oh.
Selenium is a must deal. It is an absolute must for our survival, for our, let's say, mitochondria, for our fight against inflammation and everything. It's an absolute must mineral. Okay, so
we have an issue where we live. We're selenium deficient in our soil.
well,
So
there you go.
it goes into our cow nutrition as well too. So you get white muscle disease and things like that from the selenium.
Thanks, Jane. Absolutely. It's like same thing. Because, for example, I grew up in Urals. Urals mountains, we are iodine depleted. So we were famous for hypothyroid, including myself. So interestingly, there is one state in the United States of America, and it is South Dakota. And in South Dakota, their soil is very selenium rich. So they're lucky they may not need to supplement with selenium and need to be very careful about selenium. Now look at this, guys. Vegan, almond, cashews. They are right here. They're hazelnuts. I love nuts. I'm a vegan.
Oh no.
So there you go. So now there's like, and then, for example, a seaweed. So for me, a seaweed, as you see here, wakame, algae wakame, and it's in a group. So wakame is my seaweed, and that's where I get my iodine. That's where I get my, per se, magnesium, calcium, iron, this kind of things. So, hi, Rita. Is that Rita? Hi.
Yes.
Hi. Hi, sweetie. So, and that's why. So it's like, what do I do? Now, interestingly, and then there are borderline foods, and the borderline foods, interestingly enough, look, borderlines are the ones that it's not that these are probably you should like forget for now, at least forget for some time. And because if I keep eating that stuff, that is an inflammation of my gut. Inflammation of my gut is going to lead to leaky gut, whether I like it or not. So that gut permeability, intestinal permeability syndrome, that eventually is going to lead to a whole bunch of other things. It's going to go to the brain, it's going to affect my immune system, you name it. Everything starts with the gut, and all the roads in the cell leads to mitochondria. So now borderline foods, you basically can, you don't have to eliminate, you can do them sparingly. Now, I was obviously, now as a vegan, the concern is whether you are getting the essential nutrients. So I keep telling people, if you don't know what you're doing, don't be a vegan. As a vegan, you actually need to be vigilant. When I see those vegans that do not wear leather and run, it's for them, it's a movement. I'm a vegan. And then what they do, they drink Coca-Cola and eat potato chips. Well, that's not the right vegan. So anyway, so for me, being a vegan, it always was per se, am I doing enough? So protein. So let's say protein for people who consume animal protein is never a problem, because animal protein is what is called complete protein. It has all the amino acids. And we need to understand that some of these amino acids we make, not a big deal. But there are a number of amino acids that are called essential. Essential amino acids we do not make, meaning that we need to eat them. And as a vegan, complete protein, we have a complete protein, and I actually made a list that I will share with you what is a plant-based complete protein. But the best complete protein for vegans is algae. It's a chlorella and spirulina, and lo and behold, chlorella and spirulina was my favorite food. My morning starts, and chlorella and spirulina are absolutely nutritional factory. It's packed with everything. Great fats, the complete protein, amazing carbs, and on top it's a chlorophyll, and on top of it, just name it. It's a factory. It just packed. So now, so I see, boom, I'm in yellow and spirulina. Here comes my complete protein. Now, tofu is a complete protein. Hello, bye-bye tofu. I'm done with tofu. So I'm thinking, what am I doing? Now, look at this. So now I am, for example, I am borderline on egg whites. Now, as a vegan per se, you do not consume eggs. However, some people know that probably about a year or so, maybe a little more, I slowly started introducing egg yolks. Again, why? For a reason. Because when we females, well, males too, we call it menopause, the guys call it andropause. However, sometimes they behave like they have a menopause. That's another story. So, sorry, Louis, I didn't say that. It's a very friendly Zoom. So anyway, so when we guys, so what happens with us? So there's a thing that we make before we hit menopause. Our ovaries make, it's some sort of a fatty thing, which is called choline, phosphatidylcholine. It's a big name, phosphatidylcholine. It's one of these sort of fats. We make them, the ovaries make them. Well, menopause, bye-bye ovaries. Basically, bye-bye estrogen, proper estrogen. So we don't make it. Now, if you are not a vegan and you consume eggs, you're totally fine, because the best supplier of this phosphatidylcholine is an egg yolk. Now, the interesting thing is, people, it's like, I'm allergic to yolk, or I'm allergic to egg white. And for some reason, I always thought that I don't need an egg white and stuff. And I also have a philosophy that if I can eat this, I will not supplement with this. If I can, that's why, let's say, Brazil nuts for me is a big deal, because I didn't supplement with selenium. So now I need to find either foods or a supplement of selenium, because selenium is a must. Well, the same thing. If I want my brain to think, without phosphatidylcholine, the brain is not thinking. It's just not thinking. So that is why egg yolk for me is essential. And then, lo and behold, look, I basically cannot eat egg whites. So now the funny part is, so now I'm looking at, okay, so now let's do omegas. Now look at this. I don't know whether you paid attention to this, but there is something here that is called, where is it? There you go. It's called flax seeds.
Oh, yeah.
Aha, Dorothy. And flax seeds, guys, it's a big deal. It's the same thing. It's a big deal. It's a big deal for me because it's an amazing seed packed. It's a nutrient factory packed with phytoestrogens. It's packed with omega-3s. It's the highest plant-based omega-3s. And it's actually flax is also a complete protein of a vegan. Now, so the thing about this, so let's say if I look at flax, well, somewhat sunflower seeds, I'm okay with sunflower seeds, never resonated with them. And
May I interrupt here a minute? Just because from linoleic acid, sunflowers are very
linoleic or linolenic.
linoleic.
Okay, linoleic acid is an omega-6. Linolenic acid is an omega-3.
But it's the one that is omega-3 because actually it's
linolenic acid. Yeah, linolenic acid.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's the one. Actually, if you look it up, there's 23 studies, 23,000 studies on linoleic acid.
Absolutely. And the thing is, it's so important. And some vegans, they perceive, and I was under this impression as well, because I was thinking as a vegan, when I eat, and I eat plenty of, let's say, well, flax is kind of a big deal because I like it, but it's not a big deal because there's flax and there's hemp and there's chia. So, but this is the main supplier for me of essential fatty acids. And I thought that I am fine and dandy with essential fatty acids being converted into what we know is DHA, EPA, or DPA, or something. These are essential fatty acids that are in the cells. So omega-3 and omega-6 and stuff, they convert. They're kind of like a precursors that convert into like a fish oils. It's not really like a fish oils, but the fish oil kind of like, essential fatty acids as DHA, EPA, and DPA. And they are essential for the cells. Long and behold, from my research, I have discovered that, as a Russian, I'm playing a very Russian roulette. Very, very few of us as a vegans or vegetarians converted. Very few of us. And the lucky ones who converted, we actually don't convert it in all three. We only converted with one, and then we become deficient. So that's why, again, I started thinking, oh girl, you need fish oils. Vegan, no vegan, get yourself fish oils. As I told you, it's not about vegan, I'm vegan. No, it's not about veganism. It is about, to me, is again, that's personalized nutrition. So now, thanks God, I'm allergic to radish. Thank you. Because radishes, I'm always in a war with radishes because I don't like them, but they're so nutritionally dense. They are so amazing. For example, you get watermelon radish that looks like a watermelon. They're beautiful. The only radish that I really, really love is a daikon radish. I love that Japanese daikon radish. So now, look at this. So this what I can eat, and thanks God I cannot eat a white potato. That Russian cannot do white potatoes because my white potatoes go, you know where? They go right there, right there. They go into those parts of the body. So now, these things, oopsie, what am I doing? So oopsie, sorry. So these things, so these guys, so this part is fine per se. I can, look at me. Thank you. I cannot eat caviar. At least I don't have to spend so much money on some fancy stuff. It will be nice if I'm also totally sensitive to truffles. I guess I can eat truffles. So anyway, just throwing a joke. Now, the funny part is, guys, let me show you this. This, what I can eat. Meaning that there's absolutely plenty of stuff, too bad, because it's kind of busy. The varieties are tremendous, but what I wanted to show you, I can absolutely eat basically all the grains, all the bread. I can absolutely eat all the meats. And I can eat a whole bunch of beans. Now, so here comes, per se, my knowledge and personalized nutrition. So, I can eat wild boar. That's great for a Jewish person. So very kosher.
We have some running around. You can catch some.
So the thing is, guys, so here's the deal. So despite that, now, so for me, for example, so let me get back before that to complete protein. So I did a little bit of a research, and for a vegan or plant-based, quinoa. Quinoa is an amazing complete protein. And it's not a grain, it's basically a seed. And 1 cup of quinoa gives you 8 grams of protein. How much protein a day do I need? I need no more than 50 grams of protein. So there you go. So now, amaranth I can't. Now buckwheat. Buckwheat is amazing, complete protein also, and it is gluten-free. Quinoa is gluten-free because we're going to talk about it. I told you already about hemp seeds and 10 grams in a cup. And I told you about chia seeds is awesome. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds gives you 4 grams of protein. Now, chia also provides you with omegas, obviously, iron, calcium, magnesium, selenium. If you can hack nutritional yeast, it's a complete protein. So rice and beans, I will not do, I can eat rice. Some of it, I think I cannot do brown. And I can do beans. Now, I am not going to eat neither rice nor beans. And beans, again, I am basically choosing not to eat unless I eat it very seldom because they contain something that is called leptins. And leptins are going to aggravate my and everybody else's gut. And again, aggravate the leaky gut or aggravate the gut permeability. It's interesting that the complete protein is a peanut butter sandwich. And obviously, I ain't going to be entertaining myself with that option. With quinoa is just amazing. Quinoa is a thing, sometimes it's the consistency. People don't resonate. I do. I absolutely like that popping. I love this. It's almost like my plant-based caviar. And, considering that I can do caviar, this is good. Now, quinoa provides amazing amount of magnesium, iron, fiber, and zinc. Zinc is a must. Magnesium is an absolute must. So now, hemp is also good. Hemp provides you 15% of recommended dose of iron. It gives you phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, also zinc. So this is, even without me jumping on the other side, these are my alternatives. I am covered. Now I was thinking iodine. What am I going to do without iodine and my seaweeds, which I love and stuff? Iodine. Egg yolk. Egg yolk allows me iodine, gives me iodine. And then because I am going fishes, and I'll tell you why fish, not anything else per se, then cod. I probably will not do tuna because it's very, it's just big fish. It's a very large fish. It may contain toxins, heavy metals that I do not want. Now, if you guys do tuna, and if you guys want actually canned tuna, buy the highest quality canned tuna packed in oil, not in water, in olive oil. When you buy your fish packed, you know, in the tins, I don't like tins because every tin is coated. Even organic, they're coated, it's chemicals. However, high quality preserves, like Italians or Spanish, especially Spanish preserves fishes, they come in the glass jars. May cost you a little bit more, but you're paying for the quality and you're paying into your health. So then iodine, shellfish, prunes, lima beans. This is the stuff for iodine. So back to, you know, okay, fine. I can get my complete protein not turning into our animal protein. How do we do this in a vegan variety? You combine grains with legumes. That's how you get the complete protein. Now, I'm not sensitive, neither allergic to grains, bread, and even gluten. It's somewhere in the greens that I can do gluten. And I will absolutely not do gluten. Whether I'm sensitive or not, I will not do gluten because unfortunately, every time you eat something that comes from grains, bread, you're getting yourself into intermittent gluten insensitivity. Every time you eat bread or something, you get into intermittent leaky gut. So your pores are open. I do not want intermittent. I don't want no leaky gut because leaky gut is going to lead to deficient microgut, or leaky gut is going to lead to leak of what is called endotoxins into the brain, into the tissue. Do not want it. So, okay, the grains is minimized. Do not do grains other than per se quinoa, buckwheat. Now, okay, beans, legumes. It's either I do legumes personally just because I love lentils and I love chickpeas. I just love chickpeas and I can make a killer hummus. So now, but what happened with the legumes and beans, again, what I already told you, it's leptins. How do you minimize leptins? You either make your food in the pressure cooker, or probably like I do in the slow cooker for a long, long time. So
Wow.
what I do with my legumes, I actually soak them overnight, or I can even sprout them for a couple days. So I absolutely excrete those lectins and the phytins, fatty acids from them. And then I cook them very, very low for a long, long time. It's like, I don't know how many of you guys love Indian food. I love Indian food. If some of you saw how they make dal, lentil dal, you know, the most tastiest dal is like made, they simmer it or they stew it for like 3 days. And then it becomes an amazing paste. So time actually makes it yummy. So that's a thing. Now, per se, as of now, I'm not turning into a meatitarian or a carnivore. However, I believe now fish may be essential for me. Why? Because it gives me complete protein. What I want from the fish, if I can find, obviously, no, the wild fish is no question to buy, but if somebody goes and fishes locally and it's a friend of mine and would love to gift me, very much wished and accepted, because I want the whole fish, because I will cook it on the bone. And again, I will cook it on the bone for so long. And I did it. So I brought you, so somebody actually was very nice and gave me local white fish. They went fishing. And so I simmered that fish, well, with spices and herbs and veggies and onions and garlic and carrots and you name it, Jerusalem artichoke and spices, for probably about 8, I would say about 8, maybe 10 hours. It was in a slow cooker. So I basically made like a bone broth with, it's not like a bone broth, it's like a fish broth with, so the bones, they became soft. And those bones, I need that iodine, they contain that iodine. I need that calcium, they contain that calcium. Now, with that fish, I'm obviously introducing very small portions. I get the complete protein. And with the oily fishes, with the fat fishes, because I'm going to go and I'm going to buy sardines and I'm going to buy mackerel, stinky mackerel. I don't know whether any of you cooked with mackerel. If you ever cooked with mackerel, it stinks.
Uh-huh.
It's very, very oily and it stinks. It's utterly delicious. So, but the thing is, it has, and I want the bone. And the smaller fishes, the smaller, the oilier the fish, the more of the essential fatty acids it's going to have. So that's per se fishes for me.
What about smoked fish? Is that good? Because in Holland, actually, that's how I got onto fish. My parents gave me smoked eel and smoked mackerel, and it's just the best. It was like I couldn't believe it. I thought, oh, though I don't want to eat that. And
Well,
when I
actually,
ate it,
yeah.
it was amazing.
The thing is, eel is one of the oiliest fishes also. It's one of the ugliest fishes, but it's
Good
one of,
though.
oh, it's absolutely amazing. It's probably one of the heaviest on the essential fatty acids. So the thing it's about per se, smoke is going to give you carcinogens. However, again, it depends how you smoke it, Jane. Go for it. If you're using an absolutely amazing wood, if you're using the real deal. So, I mean, this is a balance. So it's like you're not burning it, you're just infusing some flavor. So, I mean, I grew up on a smoked fish, of course, but people who use the smoked fluids, now you can buy smoking fluid or something like that, which is garbage. So now there's so much of an artificial stuff that brings you flavor, but this is not the real deal. The real deal is when you smoke it right. And per se, you can't argue with Northern people. So if you take, let's say, Norwegians and Swedish and Finnish, and let's say Dutch, maybe because it's more southern, it's southern by Norwegians, and then you take Alaskans and you take Northwest Territories. How do they cook? They smoke their food, right? What's the rate of cardiovascular disease? What's the proper Eskimo rate of cardiovascular disease? Very low. What is the rate of the cardiovascular disease of an Eskimo that turn into SAD diet? You know what's a SAD diet? Standard American diet, which is also a very sad diet. So then the rate goes excruciatingly high. So that's to me that's my answer. So basically, guys, that's somewhat what I wanted, kind of to open my heart to you in just what I did. I just wanted to tell you, no, I'm not turning into a meatitarian. I'm not turning into a carnivore. I'm introducing something that I believe is essential in my personalized nutrition. It's not about diet. It's about health. So if I can't get selenium from Brazil nuts, I will get selenium from egg yolks. However, I will also add a huge very healthy multivitamin on top of my cellular upregulation and my cellular supplementation, of course. So, oh yeah, selenium, mushrooms. So that's what, just guys, I wanted to share with you. There you go. So if you have any questions or want to share something, please unmute yourself.
It's very interesting look at what what you were tested on and what the numbers came up as, and what the sort of red flag foods were compared to.
Absolutely,
it's really
absolutely. And the thing is, again, is there anything sacrificial there? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So and then it also taught me a lesson. Sveta, start mixing more. Start rotating your foods, because if I like, I'll stick to this. If I like something, I'll go, well, there's something that I'm sticking and I'm not going from it. It's chocolate. Thank God, I'm in the greens. I have no idea how I would have reacted if my chocolate went into red or yellow. This is the important thing.
Dark chocolate, Sveta?
Oh, absolutely. Dark chocolate. I do.
All the way.
In fact, yeah. Oh, dark chocolate. My chocolate is, chocolate is either 100% bitter chocolate.
Yeah.
Or night. So I mix it in the morning. That's my chunk. This is my breakfast. So I combine my berries. And again, there's something that I absolutely love. And I don't even need to cheat on it. It's berries. I am in greens. And berries are packed. And guys, berries and chocolate are your prebiotics. Berries and chocolates are your prebiotics. These are your polyphenols, amongst more and more and more. So,
I have a question.
The first thing, I'm just going through the list. It's like red chocolate. No chocolate, good. And Marisa, now I'm certified that I can drink.
I got a quick question for you.
Go.
Where did you have this done? Like, how do you get, and like, is it really like crazy expensive to get done? Like,
well, so here's the deal.
Come on.
Hang on.